hunkratepa kakra aya ne se ababa we yo kope nursing training ya na won hini yese okumu no but court ebe mo ye di ye kopa dance ye nkohwe no afede na daily guide ebo amane se na wo mo court no ene wasen aka no krapa mu aka biem se ho ne de wasie nipa ne dem ho na ne fie ho na enipa mienu nti ya wada ne se na wo mo call yampa o masa akotu amena mienu won den so o makotu fufuro but amena na ye bura so na o makotu a bodies mienu efiri mu lawyer yenim se wo court na ehun kratepa kakra ne bambo mu afutu eja yebetumi dia boye ntuma no ababa we me ko school ana me ko job in school interview mini manifo afi ne sasan kra na ama ya ko hu we nyina yan.
All right. Yeah, no problem. That's Nchiankoma Penifoni Tifua and Nashafua Gibrashe. Before some record the main issues, and I'm saying Yamia Dumwa. Yeah, what that 27th. Osha say Jinapen a bit Jinamua, unprecedented hardship. I want to try being seen that. Na ja Carlos no hadaroma omo dia besinsa ikomu a emni na ehubenya se ibenya se empani ba kire madwene mi a kire kwan pa ye faso a bia ye mbotumi afiri mu enti nyame adoma ya wada His Excellency John Dramani Mahama bekasa about the hardship and the way forward ti ya kire anase magana for atiase na Ghana for hu na ebere no so a ye nyina no anya bre ade atie atensempa ira no beka ade akire Ghana man nyinara so mampani de o so beko so aye onti obi a na pemba ne voice bi amte ye no enti na to say ade ha chepe de ono bebu na ni agu so man ya ono de ekoso na enye na sem but ye obi so dwen ye ho ono betimi atie ye sufra no atimi akire kwan bi asempani tie di a no mfa so ye ho betimi ahen han ye. Having said that, and apparently, come on, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and then to the party hierarchy, some all for some people, and then I see doing Katia, the General Secretary. Yeah, wouldn't say we are some open in Baku, and I say, I mean, a particular sex group, I can take a risk by a mumaya.
Sir.
Yeah. I mean, the kind of risk that women take sometimes is unbelievable. They can't be a say. I mean, Obama me do be a chin na ko baby. She doesn't really ascertain the negative side of the whole thing. Kwa me kui e bit me sesen. Nipa ya from some brand nchen me kui dey na bit me see.
A blind trust and answer.
I just can't point to something, but anything American say a mark me take a risk pa more than you.
You are kukudro pa.
Yeah. Because so will be a wouldn't know. Na sabi wod na no bato mrade bi be yese ni sem bi na wudu okura na I mean people just excuse me say won so kwa na dem o ya dem na no asate no since when we different na ebra wo said no dey atum won hwe won nyu hwe no age because anybody we your hin nti we asma sinti asamalo man bi nti ono abu bi nti lawyer bi nti no age bam no anum
na che say ye gidi asem
ya na say gidi no say gidi ni nya de ye technique ke wo just on the face of in Adeno. Because minim anybody I mean you almost your man.
Well, actually police ama journalist anko but omo ye exhumation we omo the body ni pie no and na nkrofo hu say something in police bodies. Okay. Yes, and na asen decomposing so ka.
Indeed, I mean, by now, dear, you need to tempo. I said what you would do, and the saying, dear, I best say by now. It's very unfortunate. Na, ya be much say, Ubenya penny mubitisa, ka, udibie kuta wo society ni muno. People look up to you. Anya be an yes, dear could be minimum that couldn't know the but yes, dear could be more or less, or either a sub chief or chief be in that community. Or
ye to Fuhene or a aqua crum.
Exactly. So we're sub chief to Fuhene, technically, we're sub chief. In Tika, we will be you become more or less a role model for the community because the younger ones are almost so aspire to be your children. They look up to you, your character, your behavior, everything. But here is the case. I was in a pong, and that's all you know. Now Penimusa. Now instead of you to have a positive influence on the subjects that now I would do almost, rather your attitude has become a question. It's very unfortunate. Say with me nice bampedi. Want me a night in ye be a man for a swim be a free more. Ya why the cancer who could be now, not the channel who Pesicana was a Casicano. Medium and quite a minister in you. So be the year na be the end is a work will be answer. Eti send for me and say a sabita fat, what my doing careful, and I did turn upon the say you didn't wadiana. When you're the okay, so we need to be careful. And Benin says a common do said Diana said Diana the Bessie when my own defense of your union to the moon deal. Most of our open at the what I say? Edia what you quan and Adian quasi capania pentia. Utmi quachu non cum a barrier bamua whatever. Some trinity, some chim the quan could my saying. The first girl, yeah, won't go in free at Dan or one premises. From the report that we had, no. It means that they sexually even molested her even before they even killed her. Are they? Have you gotten to that point? Yeah, I must say, as citizens of the country, no, we need to be careful with the people that we associate with. And no beer was a trivia and your was more. And no beer woman invitation, maybe no one had been. Okay. So we should be careful as to people that we associate with. So wo ko ba bi na afro so bi na afro so won kwan bra e betimi ene obi mbom nko ene obi mbom nko so de be ya anya bia se bibi mposi a because I'm very certain say some crofo mi na ya kotu am ya I'm not sure whether their family even know where they are.
Yeah,
I'm not sure the family don't even know where they are because up to now you said TV from the family. What's the gay idea? Traces be from the family side, and my first one, it traces me. But once the other 2 years, shouldn't be from the family side. And now one I'm making confession about my police alcohol. The question is that one family way. Have the family reported to the police? And if yes, when? So what I say, and the investigation and the police are here, aside or no confession, yeah, and it's let me lead you to something or not. So you're very careful because. And then no, if you ask ya woman and obi yen ni abone wonwe ho.
Cra.
And che bia kumase fe yase o baabi. Na abrante bia teacher ni am so yese na ono anya ne ka keto bia do weekends am jebo ono ade adwuma akra. Ya. Na teacher yi kwase da wia bi obi afra no Uber. I request na utu ka kodu abrante ne nchen ko fa no. Wase me ko baabi sei. Wonna kodu. Wonna kodu wase o me ko fa ne ma bi wodan bi mu ha na eno wane mu odunti yam ko ne ko jam ne ko so. Yeah, we could do any man in you. We son a chair, unfortunately, at that moment, no, I ran to could do one more watching. Passenger animal could do one more watching, or 90 into that one money, the kind of nobody or master council in Quachicum. Trinity of Reserve, I don't know what now what the training capacity. And the show what you got here.
Now, Trinity could you know?
Now,
what about man for man making arguments? Say, I say, yeah, I sit now your team, your mamre no, yera na niema, Danny or Mobro for, yeah, mora fiber no, Danny. Inti ne TV so ne radio so, near me be a bon de no so, shanko for kutupa.
And India, you are not far from the truth. Me to Kwanko baby na as I was in my hotel na me I'm so on channel no I don't want to mention the TV you know I we use no.
Okay.
But unfortunately yeah come here say almost every channel be on my flip in the night be no you see an awkward group advertising themselves.
Okay, say awkward group and
yeah.
saying.
I mean various awkward groups. Occult.
Not awkward.
No, occult.
I see.
Ah, one advertise you mo
Ghana ha.
Yes and make sure.
I see.
Just me flip it 5 channels and each one I could see that on it. Different ones. Then I watch that. Saying yes, me interested that me do TV no grad ya. And will be very interested that the person is going to take time, watch this. Their numbers are there, pick their number, call them, follow up and go there.
why lawyer Osha regulators no say NMCO say NCO or more live up to a more constitutional mandate.
They are not helping. They are not helping in the sense say Bible so when money in a kwan. The fact say media houses, TVs, you know, the sika into they are allowing people to come and market their services or their products or whatever on their channels. It doesn't mean say I was say big about TV channels also. Yeah, yeah, no. The very last time I think say me kind of one the buyer now small close to several TV stations be and say they were operating without license and so on and so forth. Ask them behind the reactive lifestyle. You might be see. I said they won't near to me. Gidi. Ni akwa ho. Wete sam nansa na adna je go ntem hwe bo na say ba kro no ano a ye go close home stations no. Say kosi sen say ye dia bo na TV station asam back to na e san operate. It is an NMC for say we na djuma ye dia. They need to set up. And check all these semi-private TV stations. No more the amount of money be on your channel because you have a brand any image you move for some protect. But those that they are just in for the money. And it's in the year now sound there maybe and that's all. I don't they so they be label and piano. They don't look up to distance. And you be an because you are people kaswa first one year kwala bi go small baby. Yeah. One must see the big influence from TV channel be almost share so we need to be careful.
Thank you. Lawyer arrested. Honorable, me and Mbusa lawyer about NMC ni NCA so mo live up to mo mandate na. But ade about ko say mandate ni mo so catch mo say content the nse so mo de mo nsaka. Nti NMC say on to me che content a ese se obi. Nti saa na saa ana say yenka no sen eni.
Yeah, I mean, and chair after for na memfa a chopper kasi ma say kakra ho you and yes I say ba no
but na o map no mo yo.
Thank you.
Ejire bia me anu ne kuma na moja no kosto kakra ese pekwem na yeah neutralize it.
Yeah.
Nti ba no akasa a very nice man to me say onye sadi but yehunu bibi
also nimi nyina look at more fast
yehunu bibi nyawo yehunu bibi
agade look at more fast a lawyer even that ball is honorable ko
yehunu bibi organ has say people who represent our traditional values the embodiment of our very tradition in Ghana here ya himfo akese enunyamfo
I beg you I don't want to go back
me chat it here enti no message say ya yemfa kind of respect yeah politics I am for mun sinche me am for mun me pa ocho me pese me kan no
I respond
ya lawyer kasa bebre wa kasa pa me kasa wa kasa bebre wa kasa pa na emse ne Ghana no obi nyanyanka obeda be so ya de che na kwa yeye obi hu ya the way wuti TV so a waye ne waye ya se o lipstick grab wodi na opese wo china nko lipstick utumi ehye bi so onim kwan fa so a ebi anya sa lipstick
na ma me share
nipa bebre na
no de ya chede me hia ho kapre nya nam ti ameda azela biti so krabe na ye cute cat manu so na adwuma na ato agu o ene ya ya mami
enso kwa bia so nya bi
nti ma hyehyɛ mo hyepe bate mu bia nya misika
me ba le me ni mo na aka una aka
se ni ma adwuma na afa ho
so bia kra afa mo afa
ofa na promoter bi kwa na ne ba
anase bi kwa na ofa na de ma wa
what is a promoter underline promoter
yeah
me te hwe ofa koso
enenso ade ma pressure ba beto menuanu nkuma na se ye manum so ene obi ehunu se wie SHS no na se wo trafia na yoka why because everybody is trying to get to a certain level of education over compete effectively for in the job market it will be a person go school now unfortunately your parents no be omo to school fees ni we na asa ni aka no say hostel say ni odibedi anadu twa ho na akoye boache bidi
akoye join for himself
ndi say me bayi anase ye me o mankasa ko pre no mko koye etora bia ni bi kura do mo ko akoye nyome basa especially mo ye e ma no enti se wo kasa wo dwen ho a enema bebre na ma na esi na nka mankasim de ha sase mo emi tv na nka mo area ho se ya se okaya tete bi no
de bia wo kam se enye area ho enya bono
anya dro
na ye sehwi
sehwi bom
ai ko fiche ntode no na enya bono na ye sehwi
yeah sa and na sehwi
okay and em se nka ye de ahyem
me ma won fa nhye ye sa ye de ne abrantie bi anansen ono so kun kwala bi di omo share fridge mu no abisim
ah otwitwa omo ya
ana tete na na twene na na twene de no but sesi ai de bibia antisa
odangrahampo
but the fact of the matter is say sanema we betumi ama usika sade nka nipa ga ba nka nipa sawe ase se betumi ama usika tete no kra ye nananom ton nipa e ma brofo mo de ko abrochi ko ma anye yi na we nipa kum ne memo ayi se nipa ne he na we ye de akwakoye na den iska ne be ma wo ana wo yi partner kwa akoton ama obi medwe ho amenti ase and I want to send this advice to yenuan mo mo wo sa group ni na so mo dwen sa se nke betumi a omo nsi abotre life ewiase anasa brabo e yabotre ubenya ye papa no free pace ka omo nyaaya anke ehunu ye it is ka ohwe ye nyane yempe so be pa obi wo no am se be ogira se ndie be ogira se sei no o de to ne papa owo no ho na o hwe be na ne papa gina se be papa kura free wiase a udum se wo go anim bebre enti skana wo nya na se be de wanya kwa koduro no enye pe a wo pe na nya nyankopon na ahyehye enti se wo benya just effort kakra na wo de bihye mu na me kwa kope ne sei me hu se obi ak video we ana tv we osofo bi sei ana se kremoni bi sei ana se eduro bi sei na wo fa nipa na ne ko bi na no kura de me ba ko be hwe obi ne ba papa be so wa bruchiri
ai yeah
no de ne ba for fa college free school
yeah man nipa ne free police for mo be fa
what is this so wa wo ba wa chim na wo no na ne o de yire ho hwe no na se wa anya bi kura da ma kwala no be yi a obehwe
but say akwala ne dia o de mfanto won say konfo se malam krono free police by most of time krofo mo yesa na ochi na omo chi omo say na metwe tv na malam na konfo na drura we say kabra but drura for no so say there be yenkum nipa amfanye sa nti ho kakra no
but kaba be say who can be about NMC
all right
say NMC create any clout no to handle something like that be sure say Minister of Communication, through National Communication Authority, at least have some licenses, some more guidelines we are as all follow. Somebody must crack the whip. Say NMC they are not effective. Say bit me IBBSA. You sure say license. Ni bakora ma license no. I'll say abusumu betu ya say. You say we will predict from this time to this time. We is obeying. As we nya bibi won the license no be chere say. Say what cost we BBC. That's how we be any say ya. Me you free.
Senior, me nchwa no kwafe. Radio for you. What mean cross certain mileage, me boy.
Yeah, frequency no.
Frequency. I didn't know one brand. Where NMC? NCA. And the NCA must have something to help the NMC. Jambino. Say be boy in because near code heading. And then go forward in Pobi. So bit me a sad and ye. Obi krabi katu oh. One who Christmas. Baby Ojina. Who no ye or the ye. Oba be kan de wan hwe ya na wo do ba bi
enso anko bisa kwesi mensa
hu say no kura na say no kura once akwa na yadwe I don't know how Ghanaians something we think you to me dream bibi hu den na ya fa no say no kura ya hwehwe no kura na kira kwan na just because say ya tumi model bibi na ene yadwe afant no eno ano no Ghana for influential madwe mu say there is no shortcut to greatness
of course
want to me and satisfy what chiran kwan person ye there be na lot of class ani di no wo mo pem ye counterpart ne bonanza yi obi aye wo de ko second na kwe obi atro wa ye bonanza up to now oni opeso de ko krum it happens everywhere enti nya abotre so wo benya sika ye pe ye mpe ne nya enti nya mu wa na benya bia
ye nya mom ne mpe
ye nya ne mpe so ye nya ne mpe
thank you yes Ben.
Yeah, yes, my mentia lawyer and MP and then one casaso.
Yes, you so.
Na my lawyer and who say, ye dibu MM Penny
lawyer,
MP.
Honorable
MP. Say me fee the royal home ankasa and obianim and our chiefs omokasemo and yedi ebu emomo but say chiefs etimi edidi yang atem now say my ankasa and catch your chiefs ni say niamoka no enfata. I'm not sure that chiefs insulting their subjects is part of keeping to our customs. Inti eno, we will speak against the chiefs that decide, say, they will take up a certain partisan communication. And you just don't become a chief for one community, yeah. Once you are a chief, once you are a chief, we give you reverence, irrespective of whichever place you find yourself. We give the person the reverence simply because you are a chief. So our chiefs must also accord citizens the same kind of respect.
But culturally, let's do this correction. Chief betimi atiam, chief betimi eduatem, penidi akwalatem de bia. You say
partisan insult.
Which one is partisan insult?
The insults that were made, say me because we are President Akufo-Addo.
Honorable Carlos and
President Akufo-Addo did not become president for us to worship him. Me say President Akufo-Addo, Wambe president say
no, that statement that you made, na me boa say amamre kwan so no chief edidi akwala.
But the chiefs will do that. The chief will do that under appropriate.
All right.
But you don't call one person and go and be insulting the rest of the community because that person comes from your chiefdom.
All right. Now let's go on. I've made the correction. I'm okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nipa mienu and almost saying koyi omo buddies from your friend say Tufuhini. Tufuhini.
Tufuhini ekonfi Aquacrom.
Ewo Markesim. Sansemi ya meti na it was shocking. Say obi a obon bra. Ofi all the way from Upper East region. Na wa Cape Coast.
Upper East.
Upper East.
Oh.
All the way from Upper East. That be the whole of Upper East na waba. Say oba be koni school. And na ni nua penyi ni boyfriend. A friend. Say ni nua no aka say ne nua no eba nti wakohia no okwan so ena ono ede no ko ohene no ho ena omukokun out of suspicion na omo hwehwehwehwe mu na and eventually ten say papa na omo say oye pastor no ono ena wachi abayi a one no ko ya omo hu no further investigations edi omo ko ohene fie ena omukohun say maame no omo ekunu yaya. It is one of the despicable pictures and horror. You can only think that will happen in movies, but it happened in reality. Mintimi enhuni entia obi ebetimi asore na ose you want to fortify yourself, you want to become rich, you want to become honored in society by killing other people. And I don't know where this mentality is coming from. And bosumbi awako say unkokum nipa. Na wakokum nipa in order that you can enhance your powers and your relevance. At the end of the day, no, these lives have been lost. Lives na nka ebitimi abwa oman nyina because mami ya na okwakoye nesi. She will turn up to probably help the whole nation. Unfortunately, we have lost her. The two others now must say Omakov who Omono. We don't know what they were also up to. Okay. Their identities have not been disclosed. And I think that on this aspect, probably Metimiaka said the police acted in a more professional manner. Because most often, one say, we don't have regard for human feelings. Pictures ni be edited to abonteno, eyana ehadwin. And then this time, journalists no Krampoka said the police did not allow them to go inside to take the pictures. Omuhu ya normal rape the decomposed bodies in the police bags and omoko. And then this was the story. I'm hoping that that should be the last. But say a man for omofi sa area no. Almost say this is not the first time such a thing has happened. They have complained that there have been mysterious losses and mysterious deaths and disappearances. So probably we ebetimi abwa na ye nyina yehu baby a ejina. And what is the reason behind Nientia or Moya San? Yeah, because yetimi hu a, I'm sure say we'll be able to find a solution. Because you know, yeah, even when you read the Bible, human sacrifice at some point in time in the history of the Bible was permitted until Ebedru baby and God directed Abraham say, "Onhwe nechi obehu edwan bi wo ho na onfa eno in place of Isaac." So I am sure that if we get to know why these kind of killings are taking place, maybe the gods will accept some other things and not human beings, so that there will be a substitute away from the human beings, just as a ram was used to substitute the life of Isaac. And I am just so sad that in the end, this matter is not ending now. The family that the 22-year-old nursing, prospective nursing trainee will be going through, the suffering, the pain, the agony. Say Omoba was going to look for something of usefulness, and eventually maybe Awakokani. I pray that they will have the fortification to be able to stand this kind of trauma. Now, let's find out what is the brain behind some of these killings, and I'm sure that if we get it right, in order to pacify those gods away from using human lives. It's just sad.
Thank you. Yenshe Diamanfonso Kamusa Bato. So let me use your respected medium to thank Almighty Allah and my constituents who made my victory possible. It's a victory for NDC. It's a victory for Asawase. This is the beginning of Victory 2024. Crispo in Fufu. Good morning, sister. The dollar keeps on running like Usain Bolt while the CD is walking like a tortoise. So my question is, where is the economic management team headed by His Excellency, the Vice President, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia? Some will say, DJ Fila Sante. Good morning to all my friends in Accra, Achimota, and Afiaman. Simon Konja. Good morning, sister. You see what just happened before you went on break? How Kwame Nasili Afachensia, congrats to constituency aspirants and those who lost better luck next time. They should all come together and rescue their country, this country, from economic hardship from the NPP government. Let me see, Crispo. Mama will be from a positive change in Medina. COVID-19 money from the IMF alone was $1 billion, $430 million from World Bank, 10 million cedis from Bank of Ghana. Now, do the calculations and see how much money this government got out of COVID-19. Ewa intie swati enyeme buapayo. Hail Selassie, patriotic voices go so regards to Honorable Alan Kojo Chairman saying, so who is responsible for controlling the price of the dollar and the prices of goods and services in this country? The economic management team should wake up because things are getting out of hand. Billy GH. Please, the truth is that government should ban all the TV stations that show these ritual things. That is the most cause of these murders. Okay. And then depth opoku, yeah. This life no balance, wickedness, selfishness, taste of power will let people go the extra mile to kill fellow people in order to be famous in society. Joshua Hughes, I'm surprised at what the NDC man they say. What does he mean by unprecedented hardship in this country? What having to be seen before in this country, especially under the NDC? Where was he during the 1983 famine and the Rawlings? Fiadoko Bernard, good morning, sister. I'm watching you live from Nsroma, Ademu Katechi, Oforikuma. This is the time we have to chase the elephant into the bush. We are tired of this government. Ibrahim Bafo Apeu Apenteng. You are watching you live inside Ashaman. Regards to Meryl Kwame Apenteng, MPP National Communication Team member. Wallace Steven, prices of virtually every commodity in the country have gone up more than 100%. Yet salaries and wages remain the same. How do our leaders of this country, or how do leaders of this country expect us to survive under such condition? Mr. President, be a bit caring to your people. Abba, Baroski Nesisiwa, NDC is a threat as far as our democracy is concerned. Just common constituency elections, you can't organize it. No wonder JM said they were born out of violence. Scary alternative. And next station, so young people still have the boldness to talk, eh? They have failed big time. Frimpong, your boy Emmanuel, watching you live from Ejiso Onye. Good morning, sister. In times like this, we expect the NDC as the biggest opposition party in the country to produce alternative solutions to economic problems we have now. Kwesi Kwabeneje, sister Yamache, in this country, we do not teach people how to create wealth, but rather we teach us how to just read handouts and books. We need the rich to be speaking to the minds of the youth that riches come from hard work and dedication. Okay, Agon Juliana says, Auntie, please kindly wish my brother Gideon Lee Joel a happy birthday. So Gideon, happy birthday to you. Hail Selassie Makenkainti. I skip you. TK Unso Makenkain be amount. Joko, yeah, ask the Tema West MP, why has he abandoned the people of Kanewu, Adekye, Kojo, Global, Sun City, etc.? Our roads are in dead, deplorable state. And he always say those areas didn't vote for him. But without those votes from those rejected areas, Enti Swati. Not to Federal, this is for the first time we are suffering from our own party. But NDC is not an option. Mamishe, not okay, Makai. Until then, teacher constitution in Riamwasi, the president has accepted that there is hardship in the country and he's doing everything possible to make it better. Please, Ghanaians, we shouldn't lose hope at all because things shall be better very soon. Until teacher your constitution yedie mumanka constitution asem kakra honorable Mrashebejani from November ekono I think ebesha ase ochina until October ya from ochina kosi December 2022 no omabobo akuni mfodin bebre ya omobesha ase akasade afa yamamra no bia befa ne topic ebeba next week na emanika pa Tuesday, November 1, Justice Emmanuel Nebekasa. On any team near the excessive powers of the president. China the honorable say chairman Sabunso. Ono Bekasa for the perspective of a legislator, the 1992 constitution. And various speakers will be a funny topic. Nani na no say omodwendwen ho say yamamre ehian sachraye. And sachraye no de wo hono ne sachre mu ana say de bi mo susu no yemfa nto nchen yentwo foforo kra.
Last one I kind of say possible.
Possible. Say I'm for can say we need a total overhaul.
A total overhaul just a trophy for. But the point is say me first say yache. Don't say
yache what there.
Yache wo constitution review no.
Okay.
Since 2010. It's almost started commissioning. Now come here present about now take measures be. But unfortunately I'm a white paper ba and adawa up to this point. Mamena President Kufuor as say at least CC in wapa huntuma. Any yebema prominence broni beka ye never be to front burner. Am I bobo when you have between a piece of meaning out of near.
Another review commission offering and review for
there be review na you know. Say you for experts na oma babema omo opinion
about the CRC na
exactly now so we share adwuma CRC no mo ye adwuma pa they met millions of Ghanaians and they had about over 84,000 different friends points they wanted us to have a look at constitution no so we na bakwasem 1992 ebeba we se me kobi we se me nkobi we se yafre we se me ma enti e ma ekokoye bibia ewo ho ndi omo awonum ade kakra na o bebe join yen ye fa hade pass ones ye be free mu and this social constitution that means say it was modeled in the form bi ase a protect bibi and ase a cover bibi ene ya nyina ni abi na ene ya nyina ye pese Ghana tumpo ko danimi. I think say review ya abama na ye ba be ye ho lectures ahwe baby a ebi o man cover na baby e fo say o mo cover as mo kan na emu ando na e bi kan one ye free no e very good. McCain executive summary of the report. Now almost every sector of governance. Presidency, which is executive, the legislature, the judiciary, public service, civil service. They said everything about everybody. And man be one may say I don't support Omaide. For example, say president tax. Now on person this time president tax. I know the Becca say, we yes and the first gentleman of the land no. Wabuna brand soon. And now one man has opportunity to say, at least obey me a command a BB idea back room hanamo at his own friends a beck and call. Now a bear is subjected to ubi or no agency be saying where the tax was one side with you. Any other things that me first say I know the and Mamma Kwanza can go Kabi and Kabeka against it. But near me the mum Ibini say president number of ministers which me appointing as a copy. Now even institutions that President Be selected in Krofwa ano and as a board so as a expanded consultation no. Says and consult only Council of State no. You have to even go wider, sending a soft and as a way friends say parliament to crown as a consult to all these are in the document. And I think that they have done extensive work.
Okay.
Presently as it is, your constitution it lacks so many things. And say Oshe and Yoma Air Court, Supreme Court for interpretations, we want interpretation. It buttresses the fact that may make say and meaning a baby one when you deep. Maybe you have to read it and get it out of the spirit, not the letter. And to say one team once and I say Supreme Court that interpretation and at time no question for this review. And I'm hoping say
ebi muso aka say ebia ye constitution no mika say nya sanka enyi nchemro so say enyanya mfie aduonum ana wo ha bi no waka say o emre na sesa na mfie aduasa ne kakra de enhye dan ko bebre sa say esesenka ye pray ho prince ansesa ye
say enemy di ka kasai we miss big initial statement na me person me born the way I born but
media kosa na me bi
frefre ko born na dey ye na we se be ma the Ghana Bar Association grab boycott o man ko bi constituent assembly no any some other groups be almost as all because of obvious reasons enti me no ya adwin hash idea we no na make say it was geared towards covering something or somebody or geared towards protecting something or somebody. And to me know why I dream pa say yeah show so America Constitution to be say but amendments do goes on as and when time changes amendment but Constitution and to every that is what we're supposed to do but say na the main document there won't make us say and go back near go draw Constitution in afro
all right
it's not right but see bit me amendments room na aboa me feel say e be boa nyoma bebre ni nyina ne say ye nuanum NDC for say ko ba ne say review ni wie na ye de ba parliament say ye support na e referendum na on be boy no tie chi ni nyina ya
na say amendment do we need a review commission because ya amendment ni bi daw
e be we na me say we no
on citizenship no see ya amendment
but we no ye different we a total a friend say review na total review no baby one ma covered under the entrenched provisions.
Okay.
I basically use and train. And train provision in free. Say president or we now you want to be in court near the idea. Because any money now was done to protect somebody. So, say 2 years any money in free one more. But answer now those other kind of trade position, you need a certain number of parliamentarians to approve it before it can go out to the general public domain and the general public for friends of referendum.
Okay.
President tries to obey BB. And then under entrenched position, he doesn't court referendum. Now you hear NDC for backing. But unfortunately, Oshia no your consultation come. Unfortunately, time no soon say Baba a referendum no. Omo back out. And my papa nensa see form ya. So metro adwan akoswa election of MMDCs. Nobody, no president can just wake up one morning and just sign say if we necro MMDCs. Yenko go etuom swaba. It has to come to Parliament for Parliament to approve before you go for referendum on the outside. The referendum of 1 year, yes, no, and sana akwako ye a friend say ejuma. President no mo share e wo beka mribi na president share political party leaders e Jubilee House. Okay. No share former presidents Jubilee House. This was what he was discussing. Lawyer
Ebedru so.
Who's the one for a nice boy?
Menya seme busa no kosan bia wo. If his position no was the partisan nature of it. Say yen assembly for nanim say MPP, NDC, PNC, CPP and all that.
There be it was going to be election, but partisan.
It's not true.
Sir.
I am telling you. No, listen.
I wouldn't argue.
Yes. Listen, even in America, governorship, any partisan. But you see people who are lying to political parties.
So indirectly, it is partisan.
You are indirectly underlined. Indirectly underlined.
All right.
Now, you have Ghana Hanmo, who will say, when you go to Konya house. Nipa
abusuando afo
oh and esa fankuba kra
na is there not a course into omo kan say ehọ ne de bibia e betumi aye no onye kotokonya aye hat but ehọ ne de enya abusuando afo
yeah you know me say president and MPP president opinion he never ever mentioned say any partisan.
All right.
No, we never said that. A twist bit on the toes. What am happening? Twist bit on the toes so just to make their matter sweet. But president never ever mentioned say MPP and NDC never to aba. It was going to be certainly like the way it's here, non-partisan. Name of course Bernard Koko Jina, I was Sankana. Yen Bernard, the colors are belonging to. Until you can align him to that, as you are aligning a governor in Massachusetts, for example, to a certain party, but he might not stand on that party to go for the election. That's how it is everywhere. Until you know, one they come back just to boycott what the president wanted. The president and you think by this time, and Gagan Hanky to obey MMDC.
Thank you.
Intimate so catch on mommy. Say do stage you. One
what change said your bam.
And to be a man country. Good. 2010.
Your kind of mathematical.
Good. 2010. Mona Modi buy. And any review no. President Mills and a selecting pay. Yi woman me kaina appear in Kakra of blessed memory no.
James and Granoka, James. Mama James and Yanoka.
What we are James. Yeah, James.
No, but the commission is not come. Check it.
And I James and
James and Mama James.
Yeah. Says they will come. Okay.
Some James.
One NDC volunteers here. You do stage no. You form show. Says you know one of my buy document gradiaba. And a president Kufuor say, therefore, moi being adi we mu. Moment bobo whom my any interest and you buy any okay. Ye one composite document. Mompany, Parliament. Near after a referendum near Pena. Ye fen constitution near the name.
Thank you. Ben, then now dream fasa I initiative home.
Yeah. It is about much ado about nothing. Aye, Jumei. Yeah, da. 12 years ago, Constitutional Review Commission, including the then Executive Secretary of the Institute of Economic Affairs, Madam Jean Mensah, Professor Raymond Atubiga.
Fiajo was the chairman. Professor Fiajo was the chairperson.
Yeah, Fiajo was the chair, but Atubiga was the executive secretary.
It was not Dankwa. Fiajo was the implementation committee.
Oh, okay. I'll confirm for you.
Check. Because almost time the committee to come and implement. And I think that is where Fiajo came in. And I say it was Fiajo and then somebody came and took over the implementation. Okay. So, Yaya Ejumano Dada. And Nneɛma the review Nana Akufo-Addo was consulted. President Akufo-Addo, your friend say Akufo-Addo was consulted.
What can you do? Nana Akufo-Addo was consulted. President Akufo-Addo.
No, me person can say President Akufo. Sorry, right. President Akufo was consulted. The PNC Edward Mahama was consulted.
Okay.
Many other people across. Aside that, no, omoko regional tour. And a region by region, impusa nipa edi by baby or mom person nuama enkoye. At the end of the day, no, na nuama bebre aba for the review of the constitution. Okay,
so Sina, Professor Albert Kudjo-Fiajo was the chairman.
Okay. Yeah, then who was the implementation committee chairman?
Well, I don't have that one here, but okay. I know that
among
that's
them, okay.
Atuguba was then the executive secretary to the commission.
That's okay for me. Na nipa bako. Nipa bako na oni Ghana for enye adwin on the review of the constitution was the then chairman of the National Commission on Civic Education. NCC. That is Larry Bimi. Larry Bimi's position was that.
I see. Where is he?
Oh, he's late.
Oh, okay.
Larry Bimi's position was that the reason why I hear constitutional review, no, they say we want to take the constitution making processes away from the ordinary people now. Omoye constitution, no, because you had market women, no moka you had farmers, no moka carpenters, no more or yeah, no more nyina all those people now mokoye no at a certain stage by the bar association boycotted it and who say later whether you like it or not people are nipa na omon kan ho in terms of law no omo no makwatena se amwahihye mayakase a modiye ejuma so according to Larry Bimi or see why they wanted a review was that now they should take the constitution away from these people. No, Mark say, I feel the constitution near area. Because the opinion they say, Bibia yepese yanka enfa constitution, the checks and balances are provided in the constitution. Say President Ontimi Yenyumabi, they are contained in the constitution. That is why Parliament has to check on the president, and Parliament has oversight. So what you say? It is a President Yenyumabi na enfa kwanswa. Or the president is exceeding the powers, a parliament can check on the president. Unfortunately, because of the partisan nature of our parliament, you know, Bibia Eco Parliament, meanwhile, Ilevia by onim say ebe had the constituents, but because it's coming from the presidency, you know, he went and backed it.
Yeah, so
what you say? And because Bibia Efi your executive, the president eba parliament.
But who says it's bad?
Koso, Ilevi is not the subject of today. Mr. Wanidioma, Yanko.
What's no Cassan man?
Thank you, Yanko.
And the member meeting in Vancouver.
Me say minui. Unqua no yeminia.
Ben Koso.
They take a partisan stand. Emma Jumano ayente. And that is the reason why the constitution is not functioning well. According to the late Larry Bimi, if you do a constitutional review and you still have a bad leader, the constitution will be subjected to the next review as soon as you have another bad leader. So the constitution is as good or bad depending on the type of leader that you have.
Well, but ebi muso akasa your constitution said the Emma president, you know, too much power. So me almost say it gives too much executive
so that
powers.
When they say the president must appoint the Director General of the Ghana Education Service, that is something that you have to look at before Wako appointed the Director General of the Ghana Education Service. You don't go and appoint somebody that the teachers union will come and tell you that the person is not a motivation to teachers. So what you say? There is certain standards that you have to follow. You cannot just get up and say you want to appoint your friend say Attorney General, and then because Attorney General must be appointed, you go and appoint somebody that has not gone through legal education.
Fortunately, the constitution is specified.
I'm saying that. I'm just using that as an example. So if you want to appoint a Director General for Education, then the person must also have some legal education. If you want to appoint somebody to head security, the person must have been trained in some security. Particularly, I'm just telling you what I sat with Larry Bimi, who was the chairman of the National Commission of Civic Education, not doing before he died. That look, this review will end up, if you have a bad president, you will subject the constitution to another review. So the constitution is as good as the persons who are to implement the content of the constitution. Into your constitutional review 12 years ago. And this was massive. You have gone to select 10 people. 10. That the 10 people should come and tell us under an IEA platform that we need a constitutional review and they should bring their opinions. Then,
yeah, they are not bringing their opinions.
They are bringing opinions.
They say they are bringing their opinions.
This is an IEA thing. They are bringing 10 people. Remember,
it's a lecture.
Yes. Experts brainstorm constitution review. So that if you are brainstorming, don't you bring opinions? So they are going to bring their opinions. The 10 people include the majority and minority.
Well, you more topic. So the imagine you are more topic in a whole
on the commission the buy. So topics now the amount the commission.
But it's your opinion. What you think about the topic. So let's say you're fair amount short. Come and talk on the excessive executive, presidential executive powers.
Good.
Or cover constitution and all the account.
Because review report no. And over befa. No, I film. Say the make us me share we. Obe 1 minute.
Me ye no bi. Me ye no bi o.
Obe no be ma 1 minute.
O de dey be ma o kasa no na me.
The make can say, what the make catch us me share even president executive summary no. Baby o mo kasa president yema ni ntua tax no. Me ne nya adwen. But commission no e dey aba be show. And he say your friend is and short now. He is now going to tell us what he thinks about them.
So you said think. That's what Ben said, opinion. Thank you. Face me.
Read the preamble of the Daily Graphic.
He has said what he thinks about it. Think and opinion, the same thing. It's the same thing.
Okay, Matt. Then you win.
Oh. I didn't come here to win anything.
I didn't
come here to win anything. Marjorie said, look, if you want people to come and talk about the Constitutional Review Commission's report, is there. It's ready for implementation. The problem we had with the implementation is about the 44 or so areas that they identified for us to review, to amend or to change. Near Eba and they said, no, Mosi, they were going to list all the 44 and then ask us to go and vote yes or no. And that was Bebia, Yan Yejina, and Eka said, Dabi. Specific issues must be brought near to Abano. Because there are some of the issues I will say yes. There are some I will say no. But if you bulk them, now say mean to Abba yes or no. Me to mean to sa Abano.
I understand.
So that is where the challenge is. The challenge is not as to whether there are even portions of the Constitution that has to be reviewed or not. The other challenge now some of us had is that once a Constitutional Review Commission, then government goes to sit down. And I remember this clearly. It was Valerie Sawyer who signed the executive paper.
The white paper.
The white paper.
Yeah.
That white paper, it gave recommendations. For instance, the elections of MMDCs. Almost say they should move it away from the assemblies to be elected. Then they came with a white paper say the president must choose 3. Then the assembly will then elect on them. So that was part of the white paper. And Yekase Dabi, if you say the Constitutional Review Commission should do its work, no, where we are, bring the document as it is, let the people go and vote on it. Those were the challenges we were facing.
Okay.
All of a sudden, IEA is not interested in how we will go about the 44 areas that we have identified, how we are going to vote on them, and you are going to bring people to come and restart the whole process and giving us their expert papers on what?
Let me remind you.
Thank you. Remind that we are between kakra. Lawyer, me too also we
were supposed now to vote.
So why lawyer na ye constitutional
I wasn't there then.
There and then. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Lawyer,
yeah, or how do you?
Papa.
What's it? Your offer?
That team in the other home. I never want to.
Lawyer on kasa. Munye kumna lawyer on kasa.
Yeah, Constitutional Review work. Fortunately for me, I have read the entire work.
Great.
It's about 900 and something pages.
Why are dear? Clap for yourself.
I saw how taking views from Ghanaians, Ghana phone be suggestions of the bar, yeah. I took time to analyze most of them, especially when it comes to Supreme Court justice. Or said the Ghana phone be arguing on the bar, so there should be a cap. A cap, no, be recommended 13, be recommended 15 as the number, 20, I think 21 and others. Second year, and then the ceiling number. You did to the year, now I'm Kobasa. Alternative by president and was send by 20 go the next day many of them and about send by 10 go no we will have a limited number obi to contract
inside
especially be free move and as be retired. Yeah,
yes lawyer,
they did a lot of work. No credit money. One may not agree with everything that they did because I mean I be one number can I show one more first recommendation na kam nya na ka won fa Ghana phone dia din na one kan ye no. But we also be na Ghana for adwenche na omde ba ye ne the commission agito mo no enye the same. But ni na ye. Okay. Some of the key things that we move, for instance, I don't know about Carlos Ebodi regarding the president paying taxes. To me, the commission recommended that the president should pay tax. And I strongly agree with that opinion or that view. Yeah, the reason is very simple. So I say your casa be say leadership by example.
Okay.
Omampani a percent Ghana phone triat to no nyesi kan for development. Na wo odi ani mu no say na utwa na ye di wachi. Me bo ana. So say wo tua taxes am man me ehun say omampani tua taxes there's nothing wrong. Main carry come as president Mahama time. He went to file his taxes me bo.
Exactly,
but it will show constitutional review documents in my we say you to say be adwuma ye ma omampani bi entua taxes on his salaries, on his emoluments. I don't see anything wrong with that because one no di kan e was sad tibia no so a e betnya mag ahye Ghana fo ni bi nkuran because now there are people who have opinion say omampani ntua na added that was media. That is why we can go to the set of people even having issues with say tax was and then to caso come to me maybe. Same be na the enemy to tax go So I say so our perception or our views on certain national issues no it differ. But maybe I mean say one way di anim no timi twasa bi to wa be ma foforo bi sesua. Am one mo so timi abaye bi. Ebiem election of MMDC and Anamina bread and this for now person and this one anything. You see, yeah, no crab back. Oh shit, I ban way or to me. See, I decided we to and as I can say, ban way at the other you say, you elected MMDCs and make come a say, yeah. Bugapa and for the member boss certain regions and I remember so.
Didn't your money antum?
No, what am I? Sure, yeah, sure. If you have a say. They are not going to stand on the political party's ticket to contest. Okay? Now, so no, take it or leave it. Politically, people will be behind it. Imagine, sir, Yako, Miami region, Eastern region, you know, sir, more or less MPP dominated. Now, Yako DC, be another MCB for a particular area, MP, and say, one of that constituency in the area, MPP stronghold. Na NDC ni na so obi anim se wa align to NDC e ko prebie obi wa align to MPP e ko prebie npa be na pre ya automatically
ya ma me correct nka
recommendation na the question kwa na aye
nyabotre me
besa na papa ikran
three no besa select
what you say will not come in
honorable nyabotre it is okay what the matter say let me even take your word was select three na nado will never select somebody who is NDC inclined
na
on selected that
seven
okay. Yes, son, but you take it or leave it.
Okay.
Yes, son, but you definitely select people who sing your hymns. Won for be obi no anya da. Wa wonim tama west mon for obi a wa wonim growth we. Na ye ko for be a wonim so NDC ni ana so NDC grand na wa kwa personality. Won preso da. Because we can say nipa ne ba in your view no wa dey say bia obeba be no be rather promoting on the political party and wouldn't say if you are on the front line but indirectly no or no more edikasubum.
Okay.
And sad you didn't any man now and you said it one. Upon new was any one appointed. Because what's so person one penny ya one basa cosety. The politicians will go behind it. And before be promoted when you pass away na man and this was be promoted on the NC any penny it must to take it yeah assembly members. See, I say a non-political. Me boy na ya. Answer me can was me come answer me come again is also. The entire was in and say even though say a non-political, no, we have seen our political parties going behind them. And now assembly be at my West Assembly. We never be voted no.
Non-partisan TV.
One more real. The
woman non-partisan.
What I say? They know, and you here know, say there are people. The number of assembly members are no. So even if let's say 30, you know those of them that are MPP inclined. You know. Honorable, can I say you don't know? You know. So that's it. Wouldn't say no question. That's how it is. But you see, the point here is that say your first political parties in the room let us continue to make it appointment. Then the inquiry say so we don't have to one year. You man, you say after somebody moment penny to me. Seven now some appoint you to 1 year. They permit me you will be able to make manaba. To me, that one will help. To me, I guess personally, yeah. So because in my private and personal opinion, me I don't support that election.
So
yes. In my own private and personal opinion, I don't support electing. Exactly. Said the Abaya said, what the Mimi Cotrawana said, Mamma, and so near. And I may have the phone in pa. Me in Casamia to ban a man, me to more term of office as a metal. And now, you know, yeah, because out to one, open term of office. Let's say 5 years, let's say 4 years. And you have a if you're not answering, you have over the unity. Nana do see a consistency or your MP. One up on you didn't come. I just about your Cotobansa. As an own about my 20. But you and I know, as you say, baby, you're the beginning. I am honorable what you're going to pay. And one pay, what do you mean? The only time I bet me a cast of 1 pound and say, the only time I put a cast of 1 pound or 2 of us on pound. No, then what you? Okay. So what I say. So, yeah, when it comes to constitutional review, and I'm a kind of that team here from women. Also, team now, almost on the credit man. When we say, the team of experts is to look among other things, you know, the number of thematic areas are one outlined in the issue paper by the former speaker, Michael Quay, presenting on the launch of the Center for Constitutional Studies. In terms of IE for the can be during that time, so there might be a raise here numbers of motion. If you know what I say, the 1992 Constitution, and maybe I won't call it for say new film, not necessarily saying they should rewrite the entire Constitution, no. But one of us maybe I will say done no baby I will say he did see that was exactly what the Constitutional Review Commission did. It's in my opinion they should look at the work that the Constitutional Review Commission no more say they didn't just sit down as a body beyond corner baby and yeah, we spent about $6 million in that work.
Hey.
Yes. $6 million. The country Ghana provided a physical asset of $3 million. And then you cover a liquid asset of 3 million at the other, making 6 million. Really? That was how much we spent on the constitutional review. In the as a country. It's yet to me, Yan and they know and said down and thrown away. No.
If you assemble all.
Okay, we have done a lot of work and a lot of money has been invested into that work. And for that reason, made them imagine we should just take that document, look at it as a whole, and say you are plus and few manners to be any near for review and
Thank you.
Thank you.
Said yeah, you know.
Me will be kakra.
Sir. Yes, Ben.
I had a time as one.
There be say a topic and also said the
there is the call that we made.
Okay.
And they say
we need one more.
We the PNC at the time.
Okay.
Say so share near here in our constitution for review is the kind of a friend saying adversarial contestations are into yen share a bit of proportional representation and from Brum. And in that, share in the last 2 elections or so, Osha, President Akufo-Addo came close to 49% of the votes. But elections new year and they say he has no role to play in governance. Now Akopeni baby Atna. In other jurisdictions, President Akufo-Addo, having won that, will still be in parliament to be making contribution and be the leader probably of his party in parliament.
Oh, can't you say 2008 and
2012?
Okay.
Obano, fast forward, John Mahama, having won so much votes, is of no use. Just a wakot baby said, or no a year, he has no use. So we said they should find a rule that when you are not even elected, you can still find a way to be in parliament or to play an important
role. And was it in the final 900-page document?
No, he said it was their recommendation.
It was our recommendation, and I'm sure today, Oshenioma Ekwa, Nipa Bebre Waho. And if you go to most of the places, you finish voting, Obi Abba second, and then when elections are over, naturally say the president Nejuma Akwesi baby, and that one also hampers the progress of our. Until we brought in this, but finally, Carlos, Okasa, Dabi, Okasa. Ose President Akufo-Addo Eka said because he did not get the buy-in of the NDC. That is why Ona Oka said Akufo-Addo did not go ahead with his proposal. Why? President Akufo-Addo didn't need the NDC to subject the thing to a referendum. Say a referendum. Whether the NDC say yes or no, just as the president Okokan Wokumasino, he cannot force any or every Ghanaian to go and use his thumb to cast a yes and or a no. NDC, so say NDC later say that be Yakotina say Ajimu, this is not the way to go, and they say we are not going to back it as a political party. Did that stop President Akufo-Addo from going ahead with it?
It did. Thank you.
Now I'll start from there before I come to the top. Just because say Obi Akwakoye review say it's a constitution and done constitution and say immediately the better say a man for Obi Anko to Abadebi. It has to come to parliament and you need 2/3 majority of parliamentarians to vote to take it to referendum. Otherwise to hold. What do you say we are echo? What I told you, it has to come to parliament for debate. Yeah. And after the big debate, we need 2/3 majority. That's why. Why do you think I said?
So when you were proposing Michael Quay to become Speaker of Parliament, you know, the NDC agreed that
to the point they said. Otherwise, they say. Okay. Okay. They review the buy. Yeah, they review the buy and I get Oman for him say bon control. Oh, don't be offended. Ebeba Parliament. You need 2/3 majority. And I make us say, President Akufo-Addo your consultations we na. E do say obenya obepesa parliamentary support na call referendum no. And NDC will check NDC group in parliament. They said no, we're not part of it. Yes, he has to be.
Oh, so I didn't know that President Akufo-Addo can want to build consensus on any matter. I didn't know. Because Okakoye new protest that we didn't build consensus on it.
Ben, thank you.
Maybe so tears here. And I mean, in a year, dream back home, first one. In fact, I think, I don't know, main kind report, maybe my kind is okay, some, but say, Papa, kind in a, because I mean, say, in somewhere in the report, somebody she was identify groups, be seats in parliament.
No, and there is no.
But that's the point. Say, I'm identify groups seats in parliament, and you cannot, it won't hold. But I go opinion here very correct.
Honorable Kafra, on say open into microphone e yato form entinya botre imabeba be ya na when you go I call you do film for the yesa anasi ofufu say Putin must stop by IGP now. Mr. IGP, prosecute those captured in camera. It's nowhere in our culture. Regards to DCE, Rebecca, Yebowa, and Don Preba, Ajegon, and Samuel. Good morning, sister. Please tell the NDC that Nana Akufo-Addo's government finished paying the IMF money in 2019. Yes, so we're enjoying better in the country.
IMF money.
Okay.
Yeah, IMF money.
Edu anu wo bisa ta.
So who na wa kan tenti e bisa.
E o te men kan che o ti ma kan che.
So what IMF?
Lawyer, for example, Muslims group in Ghana.
All right.
As the chief imam, we have sit by me, religious bodies, maybe a Christian council. As a mom, we are sit by me, traditional
in parliament.
In parliament.
Oh, okay.
So, but we need that. A man, you know, maybe a glow for you.
Proportional representation.
Hold on.
Proportional representation.
Parliament na what say see you.
Glow for.
Na sa no be NDC, no be MPP, no be
PNC. But they are coming.
Proportional representation will.
The obisa for no. Ebi so kra na another system of parliamentary governance which our system cannot support.
It can support.
Yeah.
In other jurisdictions they do it. Then identify some seats are giving.
Which jurisdiction? Give an example.
Oh, take your time.
Yeah. You have to go on a ticket of somebody.
When they don't,
you have to align whether meteha or meteha. How then these identifiable groups, you know, ebe fit in?
Why would they fit in? Because what you are say, for example, Abia, Mopese, a certain number of ma eba parliament at a particular time. I would make reference now, man, but any time. What is the number of ma parliament? It's because Abia this number of seats, you reservoir mama. But because won't be yes our political parties, they will find a way to reserve some seats for women.
Are you sure you are not bringing something new?
No, it is that, yeah. Mary from next week Monday, me babe. Much of jurisdiction on my side.
I feel mommy and koso ye breno kra aye something. Coincidentally, final topic ni na page 16 times 16 and a graphic 16 times 16 no. President Akufo-Addo said no kre ojitum so man ni mu aye den. O hwe kwan say IMF from one bar. You won't be in high kakra. And a graphic page 16 so Mampenda da Mahama say ebe ya yenye national dialogue e wo sikasem ene adwade eni ameya ase atop bunu no o se okodo emmem e wo ensuo so a na ese wo ya ne se men kase obibiansi na emom obeji atum na wafre na mwa aba enti Ben, let's go. Empenimi enu kasai. Sisi ade me be time because time no I short. So you have 6 minutes. 10-6, shall we?
The IMF, the World Bank, never will be a solution to any country's economic problems. To say you obtain a cut. Instead of cleaning the cut, you just go and take a plaster and come and cover it. I say what you say.
When you crew, obe kra no won kra no na ukofa plaster na dey atare.
O dey atare.
Okay.
Na oninam krom aka say eyi no akọ.
Ekru na wu. Okay.
That is how the IMF come into an economy. So temporarily you feel some relief. Say your friend saying flies are not disturbing you because you have covered it. Nipa enhu. But inside no one show you akro no it will go deeper and deeper and cause major challenges at the amount. Sana IMF no or more prescriptions ni nyina eba beye. This is about the 19th or 20th time Ghana echo IMF. And yati
18th or 17th or 18th.
19th.
I don't know unya 19th.
19th.
I don't know unya 19th.
At the time that President Mahama went to the IMF, that was the 18th, the 16th one.
16th one. Only the year 16th. Yes.
And another so call.
Now that be onka oko. This is the third time I call. Or by and or extendee. By that extension, no say one call to sit down with the IMF. You cannot extend. So it means that our program actually.
That's an extension. It's 16th anymore.
We concluded that program and we then went for an additional IMF.
I see.
That is
so
the
then now is 17.
Now is 17. So COVID-19 ebaye ye call IMF.
I know you would dia
that be COVID-19 ebaye.
And you call but so
COVID-19 baye
you almost saying the times you have gone to the IMF for a bailout.
You don't know that I'm an economist too.
No.
Well,
I know that you are a sports enthusiast and
no,
I'm
a farmer.
And a political activist.
I am an economist as well.
Oh, okay, sir.
I did development economics.
Okay, sir.
What you say? So I'm telling you that COVID-19 by Yakoji IMF bisia. So it means that we went to the IMF.
Okay.
That is the 18th time in my calculation. And as I see, yes, I call IMF. This is the 19th time. Ghana echo IMF. In all these things, no yakwa. The mentality say, oh, yakwa kwa jikakra. Near the ababe tareha. We will not go to the IMF. Na ya sign ako because it is like you crew any other plaster at the atare. So similarly, this solution we are looking for is not the IMF cannot provide the solution to our problems. IMF will come and tell our president that he should stop extravagant travels.
No.
IMF will not do that. And even if IMF says that, now China president akofa ni 20,000 presidential jet no all the kwa How will IMF going to stop it?
But as a mobile IMF ye sika sem ye kakra. Te bi mu kra of the views and ye nanke ya pack economy near dia kosi omo.
In fact, I will agree with such a thought, even though it's not well grounded. Because Bibia, Cecilia, Oka Bibia, no, must say IMF. IMF, you swear that Omo no Muji IMF dino, almost say Yanko IMF, because your economy has reached a stage that you just need that plaster to cover it na Niama Ayeno. Can no for that none in Amkrum. Now, or your friend is saying town hall meetings. Catch the Ghana for you say we are a proud people, Yanko IMF. Na minua Dr. John Kuma na akọ gina parliament ni na we mu nyina wo ho Carlos mu nyina wo ho na o ka kire o mo say da bi na o tietie mu krampo say IMF yankọ enne yankọ ochina echi we are a proud people nipa na o mo ka say we don't believe in the efficacy of the IMF, which I also believe. Cecilia President Akufo-Addo says that the same group of people should go and lead an IMF negotiation. Even as they still don't believe in the IMF. So how do you think that they can get a deal to come and overcome these challenges that we have? Enti, Mathieu Professor Jampo, Mathieu President Mahama, Mathieu Professor Boping, almost say, look, this is not the time to cut loyalty. This is the time to do away with loyalty. Enti, President Akufo-Addo cannot continue to have the people who don't believe that IMF could be a salvation leading the processes. David Cameron, no, a Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, and Omokofa Brexit, by Omoko referendum. Now, Ono, as Prime Minister, was opposed to Brexit.
At some point,
when they voted, and David Cameron and his position lost, he said, "No, I am not in favor of Brexit." Enti mo amose mo pe Brexit no, Messi na mama mo kwan na mo abafa akwaya mo Brexit. So he stepped aside, because he cannot be the one opposed to Brexit and now go and lead the processes to Brexit. Ken Ofori-Atta doesn't believe in the IMF as a panacea because he is part of the proud people. Now, Ceciano, he has capitulated his proudness. Now, why are you? He is sitting down as a shameful person. How are you going to negotiate us out of this trouble? Now, IMF no omo de dia eba, and then my share your friend say Chronicle wine.
You gave it back.
For Chronicle, no man.
Yeah.
Chronicle from
790.
Yeah,
Chronicle. I say.
Yeah,
790 million expected to hit Bank of Ghana account to ease pressure on the cedi. Gabi Ochridako. I don't know where Gabi is coming from. He's the Bank of Ghana. He's the Minister for Finance.
Why so he can't talk? You are talking. Are you not talking?
So all of a sudden, if something is to happen to this economy, Prime Minister Gabi Ochridako is the one to come and tell us.
You need Prime Minister of Ghana.
So you say, and all these things are part of the bouquet of annoyance. Say, any day President Akufo-Addo re-echoes confidence in the failed finance minister, Ken Ofori-Atta, the city start to shackle. So what you say, the last time Oko Kumasi Amoko Bisano, and he started to justify the minister, Ken Ofori-Atta, the cedi was at, your friend saying, 11 cedis to $1. Soon after those pronouncements, the cedi today is chasing 17 cedis. That should tell you how the investor community, the business community, have simply lost confidence in Ken Ofori-Atta. To continue to parade Ken Ofori-Atta as the economic messiah, the solution to the problems that confront this nation, is a disaster for our country.
Thank you. Lawyer the 6 minutes, so 1 minute, and yes, Sana Bendiani. Thank you.
IMF, quickly, away, in Cyber. I know me no be at Toja some few days ago from the IMF. So, a year, on my mua, and Nimu I had me. And Nima boy a costro and one cement. Bibia a bow ganigi at the Chibia yatum. Almost say, how no, in Frabonting, a fiasco. See inflation Johnny baby na honorable Carlos no say oh Russia Ukraine and America COVID and America I am for clarify the amaya nyame am one metia my atiase say em free COVID in free Russia Ukraine biara omoboa e free asem internal problem So as they said some years back, fix it if it is broken. Yeah? I am a fear Yakojina in Aden Yepe. Yapasa and the Sika Semun Kuyi. Ghana, you're lucky from the international capital market. I'm a Yakope Zika Yenabi. Inti Yapasi me as she who ye na Yakwa, Ubiak you, Mabo, Amabi. Inti at the say at them, na Mabobisia won't channel me to Intia. Mabobisia will on Bernard, one meet Mintia. Mabobisia or honorable colors on meet Mintia. Na enunti se mko producer asa mko bisia producer asa ah enipa me say di kan nyina wako mo chanko disika wotumi ntua sika no etimi so mitumi mo bisia enti ene IMF na ye kono dwumade nyina se ye ko IMF say one IMF besu omu no ahye yie na ye ho afente bi obama bibi ne bi afanse bi ada toka bi na wodam na producer hu say me da brand new car na be kono tese mo bisia because me da brand new car na wo perception mi say omo misika so ke so da car wo mu de na ma sika bituma tua it's any na memo scan na what me entina bese na permit me ma obi I am afia ko nyase no the simplest literal explanation between the amount e wo twi mu and the amount
I see
okay enti ya ko fa bi sa de twenya ahondin bi a betwa ma ya ko pesika ne saka ba ya wo mu ne sa ono mo kala sa hengwat ya wo di ho adanse yie ba sa ban sika wagie nanso se tea party rom de ayo se when say aircraft here se mo han ya ngusu di han no de siga han ya tumi ho o ma ye sika sen pasa what kwa me fo nchen ne se okopɛ $3 billion ah o best for them some years about 3 years or more among secretaries can the abasha economy ya enter you no ya 2020 ya IMF clear my $1 billion ya Sabre nemo IMF what $1 billion
yeah they can cover
oh okay Martin now you're in bond market and a bond market the same year 2020 year could $3 billion the same year 2020 obra IMF for $1 billion na bond market is $3 billion
bond market near here fa
what's it
bond market near here fa mama no ochi odwum no ni bond market
and come tell me say otwim aye
amansan dwa so botia bo
aha me sa aye baby o man ko pesika ade be so ono ni sika semu exactly sika dwa so ntino ye ko ye no ye ko pa na say etimi ko nya America sika na $3 billion and the IMF was check $1 billion. We me for me no pay. Ya dey come more $4 billion for just 2020. The same amount no happen in the year 2021. 2021 you nya $1 billion again from IMF, another $3 billion again from the world bond market. Making for who come 2020 2021 me year $8 billion.
Okay.
Yeah. This money is lost.
This
money is lost. You know be say sika wo.
Okay.
Ono mo kala so e dey ahwete apansam no. Edi.
Okay. No more deny ya na.
Na some one some me ma dey this kind na nya dia na we dey.
Me patcho you.
Me ma dey o dey. Won so won timi je dey ayo. Me nyina atiri no ana obeka kira ye say e COVID na maska ni nasa.
Okay.
But the new afraid say COVID na ba yes a the negative effect ba. But on the other side also no so I want a positive effect a wo munya ye but and the wo kan wasam. E fen kasem bia. Yeah. Indeed, the call for President Mahama it's a call in the right direction. Sure. Before John Mahama German went to IMF in 2015, what year consensus edit Ghana for adwene. And penisa nyansa we yemfa na ba ko foti. Na ti kronko so anya dan enkwagina. Enti fa de bra, me fa me de bra we fa de ma na nyina kamoni se kwampa ba ne fa so meboa yen. As a country, should we go to IMF and we are going yen kwa na sen send you to na mani efa ko
that stage now we are there already
some anwene ntam
na se si aban beka to no so ne cabinet u kai o mu ko retreat bi o peduase
oh yeah enyo ka na cabinet ne betuma bo anka anko boy ama yanko
I see
cabinet ne betuma bo anko boy cabinet ne hwe nim o mutimi mo anya hwe finance minister wo ka cabinet ne ho o dina ko fodi ka kire sai mbefo won ko ho ne ko ho tam because we have the resources and everything to run this country ade antene we nansa ana odi mi ka godina so cabinet na wo body need to be more man man nyi wo mutimi more man pani man nyi because they are part of the problem wo can be na matter person EMT economic business management team that was vice president and that no what you want amen na obi no so watch dollars here you tell they say dollar and 15 cedis and more per dollar me was vice president and that on can dollar one cent na me kwate a we trying the increase that they have had in toilet facilities vice president obi on no ka economy asema yes economy mizaya na fedi na ka wasema toilet facility increase from 11% 36% to 50%. Can you imagine?
Bone poma me 1 minute.
Ye hia obra ahotra bo abeka me ntia toilet wansa na woka.
Oh, Carlos is right.
Na me bwa.
Na ni okay.
No, you said it.
I mean, you said it. Wait to work.
That's what God said. No,
he said it. Oh, what's it? Oh, minijana na. Minijana me kan say. Ya hu ya na.
What time on that?
No, hu de me kan yi.
Me hu.
Hu ya.
Enche bi oba out aba be kasa.
Thank you. Senabo Moses. Eni emuntie krachi. Oso opese ye nton Ghana ye fa ne chef ama no. What's the form we? Can you find ways and means to talk to North Korea president to come and buy Ghana so we can share the money and then I can invest my share because there's no way our leaders are going to create job for we the youth to.
Yeah, asabro kan men nya adwen pa na mum na nya Ghana nya ke betel mo dey aselect of bia ke be na mo amount of Korea government. Na kodo ma.
Aya mo Carlos. Yeah. Wan ka si Anton nipa, o si Anton o man no.
Se me migration na me tese o man na mu dey ton a emwa yen. Ni mo ye nbo wan ma wo so ba na o me ye na mo man no.
Enti kian ton sa for.
Yeah. For na na North Korea government na kwato.
Yeah.
Me mbese me bodi wa.
Yes,
Em say edu sa stage we are.
Yes, honorable.
A very sensitive topic because Ghana for nyina edi
Other sensitive edu obi atema na e kan obi emotions.
Oh, me come from my part. My contribution has to be in such a way say it won't offend
Ghana for.
Any Ghana
no.
In
recent times, Nekasa ye de.
Yanko.
Any Ghana for per se, but one more we are directly affected by current. Me say nyina ho chire. In fact, President Nankasa Kraji atu. Almost obi okasa bia the two say ahon chire Ghana. Me chitum. Ahon chire me akasa kra kwasa benim. E be coming. E become a constituent. Boa met bi boa nyina me boa kakra kra, but obet bi aboa kwa kusi say. Enti nyina nim ne yekoso. But situation we find ourselves now. Mr. Ghana for no form and into form. I say obi say ehia me hia me na me ho na akire me. Senka hia ya me sure say ba na nka free SHS nka yetwem. Free nursing training nka yetwem, free teacher training nka yetwem, NHIS nka yetwem. But social intervention nyina eda so koso. Your problem is saying your problem any dollar. Now let me try and explain to us why you do such stage. Yeah, me fan say capi dollar yenya wo Ghana afi bia ni nyina gusa capi. Yenya dollar free oil revenue, cocoa, timber, any some traditional exports. Yenya dollar free foreign remittances, any enyoma kakra. And next year kra no. Si yenya sa dollar we nyina wie a ese yekoko per dollar ni bia mama no be ka ho. Na etumi bua for all the dollar activities in here Ghana. Etore bia ye kasa na ye kan about traders. Traders dollar saying eno use. So wo share paper newspaper ma behu. Said last time balance of trade was surplus. MC exported 17 billion and you imported 10 billion. And that is not where our major problem is. As an African country, Ghana, we always go out there looking for investments.
Okay.
Investors young back Ghana you know sabita frache oye adwuma so nya ne profita. That's what $1 no de kunu krom. Your investment could presently no give them 100% retention of their profits. Dream home why not the dollar to MTN credit?
Yeah, mom kan won fa ni nyina.
Yes,
that 10%
you have 100% retention. That's our investment code. Now
you don't think say no so a problem I.
Now no all the cities they go on the group. Or you need the be capital go hand money. How can you say the call?
Say betin aka say bia invest bi obi bi mu wa ha. Any possible.
Well you nuru ho. It last minute no make say we have to relook at our investment code to target export oriented businesses into the country. I'm talking from a trade person's point of view. But I mean can go. Nipa sign the Ghana ha na say one Ghana ha or the dollar to MTN credit and as a Vodafone credit. You need 20 cities. But we no trying taxes profit na can on the 2 cities or the year wa. Who flew plane kwa bridge. Me choose what British Airways, what Emirates. British Airways, yeah the city na kwa ticket no. Safe no calculation you manya na say otua ne crofo ka balance na aka no dey try high den. Eso $1 no dey ko. Wo dey ma me fa yi en sorry crampa e wo Ghana han mo nye Ghana friends in churches. So free Nigeria, so free Togo, so free Burkina Faso. Oje collection ni wie na so yi ka crowd be ni aka say so $1 ko. That is where we are not looking at. Enti ye won nyuma bi a edi na e wo Ghana han mo enye traders no. Sabe tafra me so being a good for president. The whole year. For being Dr. Joseph the whole year dollar say no here e dey important in your who the come in above cranny any statistics no. And statistics has proven say you more export than import when it comes to money. But the idea support
no, because
the cap will export more than import. 17 billion for export, 10 billion for import.
Oh really?
Yeah, isn't
but
then
dispatch here or the buy ocean yama ye import here ye de about money more.
For since 2017 we've had balance of payment surpluses.
Oh okay, in favor of our
in favor of yes. In favor of our exports. But near a Timothy Trupa profit retention is animal.
Okay.
And every year be
a other businessmen no and women. Now almost soon to me and Kwamano and I say Africa because MTN now the example. Onyanisika, South Africa no free. Or the Africa.
Me put the men can
Ghana for businessmen no.
Other than Ghana for businessmen who invest in Ghana and go nya. Nisika ni na cities no here ni cities. Osa kwa me despite. So two a friend is a member say ha.
Otu nchen o de kan
nchen. O de member but they quite good refer to nchen. Me fan say Peace FM, UTV.
No so do be ko.
Na
where studio.
Say onya anybody okay say fan nchen na. Or the kwabo no nya dollar. Or the back to Ghana. So or the back to Ghana.
Yeah, assessment is national.
Peace FM ha oh there be me nya.
Aka one. Thank you.
Peace
FM 21 is 26.
Peace FM ha. Say onya profit all the something called dollar and franco be a series that year and yet share your local businessmen no kutupa no mo invest more ha e boy
and then am dey be sure mo kutupa because many a time omo cry esu give us a tax and waiver mo waiver mo nyom as you share that frustrating local businessmen no and then yam farmer no but amano ni ba ye de be man because cat bi wo ho ye ko kan be ka say evidence when.
No, yeah, you can't say that. What kind of work can I try? But the most important thing they say, say every year no since President Kufuor at the time from long time ago. Yeah, budget yeah, carbon market eco Giskaba. NDC for Giskaba group.
Yeah, less than 4 billion.
That's magic. But
that's not public Ghana population.
11 billion.
And Ghana population.
11 billion.
What I'm saying is aban we enyo no kwa and the carbon market ko jiska but me how ne say why have we sat down over time over all this period me realize that you hear dollar to support the economy na tembia ye kokobo besia na besia ne kokobo no ye nyina nim se besia be di enya daachi enso ye mpekwan bi foforo be di benya dollar na ba begum this is the time that I expect say we have to come up with some restrictions.
Yes.
Say no mame boy say yan for restrictions are mem say sia na you behave as if say you $1 to say you $1 first day adwuma na Ghana we will fall down.
Yes,
one maybe kura baba yes ka ba to fuel aba and that's what professor salama
abba ebredu so ye da robre honorable medase and omo ya ka wo boy but omo ansem ya nam the time ne ba ntesi ano lawyer dan timekeeper no ye dase timekeeper Bernard Mona a political activist honorable Carlos Kingsley Ahenkro ye MP Tema West and lawyer Chumberry my NDC communication team member eranom pay da mo asepa yem fancy an yem konyesa da robre no aso na mema Mrs. Sheila Riafe a happy birthday ma me kesewa na Emma happy birthday abusianfo de da yekoso ya ni pitie ha ene de ne Adekye Nsroma adwumadie no esi me da zelbo gase papa so siesi me ho Emma me mata de pink top kama azel ene pamie efi next month 3rd November next week you kono azel master class in corsetry enti friend na fa ho hye 0244 155 266 0244 155 266 me de yakra ma nyame adom ochena Adekye Nsroma besia ba yakra.